Hi, welcome to Python tutorial. In this video, I will discuss extensible markup language document, that is XML document. XML document is very similar to HTML web page, but XML documents are more structured than HTML web pages. Here is an example of XML document. In each and every XML document is written with the help of tags, and each tags are written within angular brackets. If you look at this example, this person is a tag which starts here and it ends here. This is called as an opening tag and this is called a closing tag. The opening tag and closing tags are differentiated something like this. The closing tags are written with forward slash. Opening and closing tag both together constitutes an element of XML document. Similar to person tag, there are another 3 tags in this example. Name is another tag, phone number and email are another 2 tags in this example. Anything which is written a opening and closing tag is called as the value of that particular element. For example, the value of name element is this one. Similar to that, the value of phone element is this one. And in this case, the email element does not have any value. That is the reason it is written with the help of self-closing tag. So it can be written with the help of self-closing tag, or it can be written separately also. There is no issue. In this case, we can write it something like this also. That is opening and closing tag separately. But because it does not have any content, it can be written with the help of self-closing tag. That is the best option in this case. So along with this, it may happen that a particular element may have something called as an attribute. For example, if you go with this example, the person and name does not have any attribute, but phone number and email have one attributes. The attributes are nothing but a key and value pairs which are written within the opening tag. So for phone, there is a keys type and the value for this one is mobile. So what we are trying to say in this case is what type of mobile is this, phone number is this, whether it is a mobile number or it's a landline number. So that is how actually we can understand these particular attributes. So the next one is sometimes we don't want to reveal what is the email ID. So in such case, what we can do is email, the attribute in this case is hide, whether the email should be hidden or it should not be hidden. In such case, we can use the value as yes or no. So this is how what we can do is we can write an XML document with what we can say that the different tags as well as the attributes can be added to that XML document. Now one more thing to understand here is the name, phone number and email. These are called as the child elements and person is called as the parent element, because name, phone and email are nested within person, hence person is a parent of these 3 elements and these 3 are the child of person element. So that is how actually we can understand the relationship between 2 or more tags. And one more thing is name, phone and email are siblings of one another. So that is another thing we need to remember. The next what can happen here is if you look at this XML document, this is where we are trying to store a person information, that is the name of the person, phone number and his email ID. So that is what actually we are trying to store. It may happen that we want to store multiple person information. So how can we do that? So in such case, what we need to do is we need to put this particular person element within another tag and repeat this particular thing as many times you want to store as many person information. For example, if you look at this one, I have created another tag that is persons. It starts here and it ends here. I have put the person information within it. This is the first person information and this is the second person information. Similarly, if you want to put any number of person information, just we need to do is what? We need to repeat this particular person tag and we need to change the values related to that particular person. So this is how what we can do is we can create a XML document which contains the multiple information within one document. So that is what actually we can do. Now next thing what we need to understand is how to parse this particular thing. We have an XML document. If you look at this XML document, it's very difficult to understand what actually this XML document is all about. So this is a very simple XML document, but still it's bit confusing. So what we can do is we try to extract the content of this particular XML document using something called as XML parsing. Now if you want to do XML parsing, we need a library. That library is called as xml.etree.elementary. Using this particular library, we can parse any XML document. So what is the procedure to do XML parsing is, first we need to load our XML document using this library, and then we need to use different functions like find function to find a particular tag, and then there is another function called as get function to get the value of a particular attribute, as well as if you want to get the multiple if the same tag is used multiple number of time, we can use something called as a find all function. So we'll try to discuss all those things one by one. So first what we need to do is, if you want to do XML parsing, we need to import xml.etree.elementary as alias name, because it's very difficult to use this entire thing wherever we use the functions of this one. So we will give an alias name for this one. Okay, so the alias name for this library is what? ET in this case. Now there should be an XML document, so we just create an XML document and we'll store that particular XML document into a variable called as data. So data is nothing but what? An XML document in this case, which contain only one person information here. Now what we can do, we can load that particular XML document using a function called as from string from this library. So et.from string a data, which will be loaded, and it will create a it will be stored into a variable. In this case the variable name is tree here. Now what I need to do is I need to get the value of each element in this particular XML document. So what are the elements we have? The name is the one, phone number is another one, and email is the third, and there are some attributes are there. One is type and another attribute is hide in this case. So how to get the values out of it? So if you want to get the values out of it, we can use a function called as find function, that is tree.find. So in this particular XML document, the XML document is represented with the variable tree in this case. So tree.find, what I want to find? I want to find this particular tag, that is name. Once I find that particular thing, I want to get the textual content of that particular thing. So this is the textual content. So the textual content will be displayed over here. Similar to that one, tree.find phone. I am trying to get the element phone here and its textual content, so that will be displayed here. Similar to this third one, that is email, tree.find email, that is the textual content. Here there is no textual content, definitely we should expect none as the output in this case. Similar to this, we want to extract the values of attributes. So the first attribute is type in this case. The type is present within a phone. So first we need to find phone, and within that particular element we need to get the value of type here. So what is the expected answer here is, that's a mobile. And finally we can get the value of hide, because hide is present within email. So first find the email element, and within that the hide is an attribute, so get the value of hide with the help of get function here. So this is how actually we can get, and I think you can see the output. The value of name element is printed here, the value of mobile is printed here, the value of email element, because there is nothing called, there is this particular element does not have any value, so none is printed here. And the attribute values, the attribute of type is mobile and the attribute of hide is equivalent to yes. All of them were printed perfectly fine. Now the next question is, in this example we have taken only one person information and then we have displayed it with the help of you can say that find and get function. Now I want to extract all the person information if there were multiple number of person information. So we'll take one example to understand it. So let us say take this example. In this case there are two person informations are there. So one, the persons start here and the persons ends here. This is the first person information and this is the second person information. The same thing, there is a name, phone, email ID, and phone has an attribute called as type and email has an attribute called as hide here. And this particular email does not have any content, but if you go with this particular person, this person has an email ID, and the attribute for this particular thing is what? It should not be hidden, so that is hide is equivalent to no. Now I want to extract the content out of this particular XML document. So what is the procedure I told? First we need to import xml.etree.elementary as an alias name, in this case et. Now use from string, et dot to from string, give this particular input as a input to this particular from string. It will load the XML document and it will be stored into a variable. In this case the variable name is persons. Now from this particular persons we want to find, what is that we want to find? There is something called as the same person is here and this is another person information. So I want to get this person and this person information. So what I do, persons, that is this particular persons, or you can say that it is the return value of et function, persons dot find all. What I want to find? I want to find person here. So it will find all the person elements in this case. So it will find the first element is this one, this is the second element. So this is how actually the case. If there is one more person, this will be the first one, this will be the second one, that is the third one will be the third thing. So all those things will be stored where? In the form of list. It will be present in the form of list. So what we do here is first we will see how many number of person informations are there by just printing what is the length of this particular list. So what is the length of this particular list now? It is 2, because this is the first element of list and this is the second element of list. Now the user count is what? It is 2. That is 2 number of 2 persons are present in this particular XML document. Now what is the next thing? So this list contain 2 elements. So that is the first element, this is the second element. Get the first element from this particular LST. That is nothing but what? This is the thing. So if you get this particular thing, we want to get a name, phone and email ID. So how can I get it? It's very simple. P dot find. P is what? P is representing this one in the first iteration. So P dot find name text. So textual content of name will be printed. P dot find phone dot text. The textual content will be displayed here. P dot find email textual content. P dot find phone get type, that is the attribute name. P dot find email dot get hide the another attribute of email. So this is how actually the case. So this is the first iteration. So second iteration, P is nothing but what? This is the P. So it will get the data out of it and it will be displayed over here. So this is how actually we can pass the XML document containing multiple information. So if you execute this thing, you will be getting there are 2 users are there, and this is the information about the first user and this is the information about the second user in this case. So in this video I have discussed what are XML documents, how they look like, and then we have used xml.et.elementary to parse XML document. That's a simple XML document as well as an XML document containing multiple information. I hope the video is clear. If you like the video, do like and share with your friends. Press the subscribe button for more videos. Press the bell icon for regular updates. Thank you for watching.